It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
What's up YouTube? Welcome to my channel. This is Neo Ball and I'm Brendan McCann. On this channel I'm obviously going to be very closely following Neo and some other stocks along the way. Now if you're new to the channel I suggest you go back and watch my first video which explains my position and why I'm so bullish on Neo. For those of you that aren't, let's carry on with the video. So this is a video I wanted to make from the beginning. My first video was just an introduction to the channel. My second video was pros and cons, as I felt it would be irresponsible to just show the bullish side. Now I'm going full ball. Now when I came up with the idea of this channel, I thought what people would want to watch is the progress of someone who's willing to invest $50,000 with an end goal, ridiculous amount, 2 million. But to watch that grow throughout time. So the way I thought of doing this was to produce a chart. Now this chart is going to have built within it events that may, and I hope, will boost the progress of Neo. And I'll be able to catalogue my position as we go. So you can physically see how my position has grown, how Neo has grown. And I think it'd be quite interesting to watch. As I said, it's either going to be great or it's going to be a car crash. Either way, I think people are going to want to watch it. So all that being said, let's get into the video and let's take a look at the chart. At this juncture, I must tell you, I'm not a financial advisor. Anything in this video is just my personal opinion and not to be taken as financial advice. Okay, so let's take a look at the chart. It's quite self-explanatory. On the left-hand side, I've inserted all the events that I believe are going to happen over the next few months that are either going to have a positive or a negative effect on the stock. Now, there is a lot more that could happen which I haven't put in. However, these are the ones that I'm pretty sure are going to happen over the next few months. So obviously the months are at the top, and as time goes on, we will fill in the information to see how the stock is moving along. As we go through the events, I'm going to add some percentages of how I think it could potentially affect the stock. Now, you could have the best news in the world and stock will not go up, it will go down. You could have the worst news in the world and stock will go up. So anything I put into this chart is a flight of fancy. It's just my personal opinion. Do not copy this as advice for how to invest. It's just a bit of fun for me to revisit and see how things have gone. Event number one is Tesla Battery Day. Now, as we know, whenever Tesla moves up, Neo seems to move up. Now, Battery Day is just over a week from now, and a lot of people are expecting Tesla to go through the roof to $500 again plus. So, on the hope that Neo pulls along with Tesla as Tesla rises up to $450 or $500 towards their Battery Day, I'm gonna hope that Neo rises around 15 to 20%. So, in the chart under September by Battery Day, I'm gonna add 20%. Okay, right, so event number two is 1 millionth battery swap. So back in August 20th, when they announced the battery as a service business model, they also announced they'd done more than 800,000 battery swaps, which is obviously great news. So, from what I've read, they're doing around 4,000 swaps a day, which means their 1 millionth battery swap, which will be a major piece of news, I like to think, will be around October 9th. 10th. However, they are selling a lot more cars now, doing more battery swaps, which means it could be sooner. Now I think this is going to have some small impact along with good car sales and stuff, so I'm going to add a small rise, maybe up to 5%. This along with other pieces of good news may give it a boost, or that's what I hope will happen. So under October and the 1 millionth battery swap, I'm going to put a plus of 5%. Event number three is Q3 earnings. I'm going on the assumption that it's 6 to 8 weeks after Q3 end, which will bring in the earnings report around mid-November. Obviously going on the bullish standpoint that we get another gross profit and that we get a smaller gap loss than what we got last time from Q2. I would hope that we get a similar rise to the share price as we did after the Q2 earnings report. So in November, under Q3 earnings, I'm going to put plus 10%. Event number 4 is Neo Day. Now with these days, as with Battery Day with Tesla, you hope at least that the stock price will rise. Now last year for Neo, from the 10th to the 30th of December, they rose from $2.27 up to $4 US. So on the hope that they will be producing some new technology at this event and maybe even unveiling their new car, rumoured to be the ET7, then we may get some movement. We maybe get a 10% rise, which I'm going to add in for December under Neo Day. Event number 5 is the JAC announcement. Now currently, as you well know, JAC are manufacturing Neo's cars for them. They're located in Hefei and they are a state-owned entity. I think it's more likely that they may announce they're either going to extend the current location or build a joint venture, another location with JAC. If this is announced, it really does prove Neo. It means that people want their cars, they cannot produce enough, they are supply constrained right now, and this is such a positive. So I don't know when this is going to be announced. It could be next month, it could be next year. So I'm going to put next to JAC plus 10% if it happens, but I don't know if it's going to happen this year. The 5th and final event in this chart is November elections. As you can see, I put ABAO because that means all bets are off. I have nothing to put in here. I have no idea what's going to happen. Now, famously, it just causes havoc. So all I will say is if there is a major pullback and nothing fundamentally changes with Neo, I would live on the hope that Neo will just recover over time. What that time period is, I don't know.
Nobody knows if the stock is going to go up, down, sideways, or in fucking circles.
So that's the main events done with. I'd like to move to the next section, which is previous month's car deliveries. So we already have the deliveries for last month, and that was 3,965, which I've already entered. Now moving forward, I'm going to put some rough predictions in, but it's more what I think we need to achieve. These figures have to be progressively higher. They need to be. It really proves the business. So on that basis, let's go September deliveries reported in October. I'm going to say 4,200 plus. Now, October deliveries reported in November, I'm going to go with 4,500 plus. Now, November deliveries reported in December, I'm going to go 4,700 plus. And for the last month of the year, December, which hopefully is their best month, I'm going to go with a maximum of 5,000 deliveries that month. As we all know, the point of this channel is for me to try and turn 50,000 US dollars into $2 million in just 3 years. So I'm going to go through my portfolio again so we can add the data into the September line and then move forward to see how we do. This recording was done on Monday the 14th of September, just before close of market. I still have 5,000 shares of Neo and 131 shares of Tesla. Neo is sat at just over $18.50. Tesla is sat at just over $409. As you can see at the time of this recording, Neo sat around $18.50. So I'm going to insert that into the chart in September under Neo share price. And my current NEO position is £72,000, roughly 92,000 US dollars. So I'm also going to put that in September under my NEO position. And my complete portfolio is sat around £113,000 or around 145,000 US dollars. So I'm also going to put that in the September column under my portfolio. Well, let me just stop you there. Before we go into the final calculations on that chart, there are many things that can go wrong which will just completely tear apart anything that could potentially happen there. Any push forward could be completely destroyed from one bear from a bank saying it's overvalued, and if they have a strong enough reach, it can make the share price just plummet completely. Now, that's okay, that's what happens. It just becomes a bit annoying when that bear then goes and rebuys stock at a cheaper price, but what sort of low down dirty scoundrel would do that? Okay, so working on the information that I've added into the chart, we're currently at $18.50. Now, if we get a 20% rise by the end of this month, that will take us to $22.20. Now, if by the end of next month we gain another 5%, that will take us to $23.31. Now, if we get another gain on top of that of 10%, it will take us to $25.64. And if we get a further 10% on that, it will end up at $28.20. Now again, this is not a prediction, this is what I hope. I guarantee you I will be rubbing these out and they will be very different to what I've put in. But it's a bit of fun, let's see how it goes. Okay guys, so listen, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, as I said before, we're going to revisit that chart at the end of every month to put in the current share price, and at the beginning of each month, once we've received the delivery numbers, and we will put those figures into the chart just to see where we are. I've added a link to Trading 212. If you use that link, we both get free shares, which is great. Don't forget to like and subscribe guys, because it really does help out the channel. Now, please add a comment. I'd love to know where you think we're going to be by December. Am I dreaming? Who knows? Now on that note, be safe. And if you can't be safe, be lucky.